and universities. This event takes place on May 15th at 5 p.m. You can register now at caribcan.org. That's CARIBCAN.org. You can't afford to miss it.
WEFM, the new fresh sound.
Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Welcome back, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It is 8:52. If you're just joining us, you're listening to Aaron. With me is Christal, and we are Activated Mornings this morning. Now, on Friday, it was reported that there was a robbery at the Teachers Credit Union in Barely. According to One News SVG, the robbery took place May 10th. During operational hours, gunmen stormed the premises and made off with an undisclosed sum of cash, according to the reports. After robbing the credit union, the gunmen entered their getaway vehicle, which was parked outside the building, and sped off, according to reports. People were in the area on the street at the time of the incident. There are no reports of injuries to any employees. According to Eyewitness News, residents of Barley have complained, at least to the media house, that police were yet to respond after an armed robbery at the credit union there sometime after 1 p.m. Multiple persons told Eyewitness News that police were informed of the gunpoint robbery but were yet to respond almost an hour later. Eyewitness News was told that the alleged assailant fled the scene in a vehicle after the robbery. It was not clear what was taken during the robbery. Eyewitness News, however, was reliably informed that another financial institution in the central Leeward town had also requested police present after the crime. What are your thoughts?
So Wild Wild West. Things getting really rough out here. I don't know, boy. I don't know, right? You see, when people sit down, like if you could use the same energy, and it's the same recipe for success in the legal perspective, right? You plan, you have a vision, and your vision is stealing XYZ. You could also have a vision to have one of the biggest businesses in SVG, right? But you have a vision, you plan, you execute the plan, and then you reap the benefits or you reap the success. You could do that for something else. Use the same, like it's not like you're lazy because you have to use energy to do what you're doing. You just don't want to do the other things. I can never understand it. But it is detrimental to our move and development to move away from like capital and move away from Annersville. If it is that you're going to encounter these kind of problems as you head further north or further away from the capital city, then it defeats the purpose of trying to get services to people. Other businesses would be deterred from wanting to venture further up north.
I'm wondering if the Barley Credit Union is around the playing field area. The police station isn't far from there. So, But I do believe that the rural areas in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, they operate under different laws, different customs. They do things differently. And as much as I probably should not be saying it, I'm not surprised.
You're not surprised it was wrong?
I'm not surprised that something like this happened. How is it that someone was able to rob the credit union and get away? Use a getaway vehicle and no one recognizes the vehicle. There weren't any plates, at least not from the reports. There aren't any plates so far that have been recovered. And I don't know. I'm not a police officer. I'm not in charge of the investigations. But if it is that they aren't able to find the persons, I wouldn't be surprised if they are able to. I do hope that they're able to, because it's people's money that they put into the credit union for various reasons. And when you put your money into an establishment, one would believe that it would be secure. I have my own reservations. I have my own personal opinions that I don't think is suitable for radio on the topic, but it is crazy.
It's sad. It's sad.
It's unfortunate that it happened because at the end of the day, most people who are putting their money into these bank accounts, these credit unions, they're doing it off of their hard-earned money. They're farming their 9 to 5, whatever it is that they're doing to make a buck legally. They're doing it, and they're putting it in these accounts for safekeeping, and it's very unfortunate.
Luckily, there's insurance, so I don't think the customers will have to worry as much. The ones that deposit their money and it's written down there, then that's fine. It's just a trouble for the institution now to recover that for those funds.
How does that insurance work?
I don't know, but I don't think the customers have to worry.
Okay.
Or. Hello, good morning.
Is that Christal?
Yes, please. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, my girl. I've been trying to listen to you guys for the morning. I am quite reserved these days when I hear of all these, what should I call it? I heard you use a word, Christal, this morning, sin, S-I-N. That's not a common word. I made mention of that some time ago. Sin is not a common word used like in times gone. But I'm glad you mentioned it. So, a lot of sins have been committed by so-called intelligent people in our country. People who you should be looking up to for inspiration and all of that. And I'm happy I've been around a while to take in the new, the old, the fresh and not so fresh and all of that in terms of our development in this country. And just listen to these talk shows and the kind of stuff. Well, let me just remind already last time I called and spoke about the criminal activities in this country that are taking place. He said I sound like an alarmist.
I asked if you consider yourself an alarmist. Please don't put words in my mouth this morning, Dave. I asked you a question.
Oh, that's what you asked. All right, forget about that. I ain't making no big thing because I have no time for stupid arguments anyhow.
Oh, really? That's nice.
The fact is that some of us are not prepared to face up to the truth, and I've seen this happening since Vincent and Grenades, and it continues. People don't want to hear the truth. People don't like to deal with the truth. We all seem to want to, we see a crowd going down the road or wherever the crowd is going, and without asking any question or expressing any concern, we join the crowd. Or we join the line and wine, as they would say in Calypso Carnival time and so on. So, all I'm trying to say here, all what is going on in St. Vincent and Grenadines, I could see all the reasons why, because of the breakdown in our society, in our once lovely St. Vincent and Grenadines. But thank God I'm out of it. When I say I'm out of it, I'm still alive. And I'll say what I have to say whenever I have to. But I'm listening to hear the solutions, especially coming from people like you and Christal and other young folks who have to face up to all these atrocities that are taking place in this country. We want answers. We want solutions. Instead of lamenting and having, so I am very reserved now. I will just listen to hear all those who seem to have answers and getting nowhere. But because they are in authority, they believe they could provide us with all the answers. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you so much. You take care.
And the time is now 9:01 here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and we're going to make time for our ECCB currency exchange rates brought to you by Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.